the main topic that I'm going to be talking about, I'm going to try to keep this to 25 minutes. I'm going to try to keep it to 25 minutes. I mean, I'll be off of here about what, like 4 o'clock, something like that. Okay. So first and foremost, I wanted to talk about the networking event I went to the other day and why networking is important. And it's like, yeah, I knew that networking was important, but I didn't really, what can I say? Put that into action until the other day. And one of the main things that before I get into this whole thing about speaking being your golden ticket and all and everything, one of the main things that I walked away with when I went to that networking event is that you will meet real entrepreneurs. Okay. I'm not trying to be funny, facetious. I'm not trying to be condescending, but there are a lot of wannabe entrepreneurs in social media, because people think that just because they got a website and they making content, that automatically makes them an entrepreneur. No, that makes you a content creator, and that's okay. What I'm saying is, at the networking event, I met all kind of people who are doing all kind of things, and the word TikTok or Facebook or Instagram, I feel like those words wasn't even being thrown around until I started talking about it, until they asked me what I do, right? And I started telling them that I help people build their online audience, turn a virtual audience into a physical audience. I'm also a reverend and a metaphysician and blah, 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 blah. And then they wanted to know more about what I was doing online. But when I was in that space, it really wasn't a lot of talk about like social media type of entrepreneurship. That's what I'm trying to get at. Like, I'm not trying to make it sound like, you know, social media entrepreneurship is not a real thing, because it is. But I feel like when you go to networking events and you meet people that's doing all types of stuff, it just widens your perception of what entrepreneurship really looks like. And that was the experience that I got out of it. Like, even the conversations that was going on there, they weren't like the typical, they're nothing at all near the type of conversations that's happening as I scroll up and down whatever platform. It could be TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. What's happening in those rooms is completely different. It's a whole nother world. So if you are an entrepreneur, especially a new entrepreneur, I would encourage you to start doing that now, because I'm really just starting to do that. And I'm 5 years into this thing. Okay. For example, it was a lady there, she was talking about like community stuff. She was talking about how, it doesn't even matter. Like, my point is that she was talking about community stuff, about entrepreneurship and in the community and the impact that it has on the community. And she was talking about another event that she had went to. But my point of bringing that up is that these are not the conversations that's going on up and down your timeline of all these people that are saying that they're a boss and they're an entrepreneur, and, you know, they $10,000 a month and whatever. You're not seeing that unless you specifically go into those rooms. So that's what I wanted to say about the networking thing. And then also, this is the last thing I'm going to say. I'm really probably talking to my daggone self, but that's okay. You should be in rooms where people know more than you. You should not be the smartest person in the room. If you're the smartest person in the room, then you screwed, because what are you going to learn? So yes, you should be at those events where people are in the room, they know more than you, they make more money than you, they're on a higher level than you, they have a different persuasion than you. You should be in those type of rooms. Okay. All right. Let me move on to a few things, actually. I'm running an ad right now. So if y'all happen to see my ad, I got the same shirt on, okay? Because I just recorded it earlier today. So if you happen to see my ad, show me some love, please. Comment on the ad. You can like it, share it, whatever. Just show me some love. Sometimes people like to look in the comments to see, is this person trustworthy? Because this is I'm targeting a whole cold audience. So if y'all see my ad running, comment on it. I don't know, say something nice. Thank you in advance. That's one thing. Another thing that I wanted to say is that the Traveling Speakers Blueprint, I am bringing it back again for the 3rd time. As a matter of fact, I'll drop the link in the in the chat box down there. If you don't know what that is an event that I have been doing for the past 2 months. This is my 3rd month doing it, where I'm showing you how to get paid to speak. Long story short, I'm showing you how to get paid to speak. I'm showing you how to turn your words into you actually getting paid. I don't know any other way to say it. And it is especially good for people that want to transform their career. Okay, if you're working at a job right now and you feeling like you tired of working at that job, and y'all, is anybody even on here? Hold on, because it looked like I'm frozen. Okay, I see somebody reacted to the video. Okay. All right, yeah, I'm on. Okay, let me come out of there because I'm getting feedback. Okay, I see it's about 7 people on. Cool. All right, so if you want to get paid to speak, teach, travel, I'm talking about getting sponsorships. When I say travel, I don't know, maybe I need to reword that because I think I'm confusing people when I say speak, teach, and travel. I don't know what they think I mean by that, because the people that I'm attracting doesn't. Anyway, I'm talking about you're getting sponsored for your events. So you want, say you want to host the event outside of your hometown. You want to host the event outside of your hometown and you want to get paid and you want to sell tickets. And how are you going to get there? How are you going to get the flight there? Who's going to cover the cost of the actual event space? How are you going to eat when you're there? You can get sponsored for these things. That's what I mean when I say speak, teach, and travel, because somebody else can pay to cover your traveling expenses as you're doing this. That's what I did from 2018 to 2021. Okay, so that's the reason why I said, okay, I'm going to start teaching this. How did I do that? How did I build my audience up to the point where they weren't just clicking a like button and putting a little emoji under my stuff? They actually got in a car or sometimes on a plane and came out to see me speak or see a class that I was doing, the Self-Realization of a Goddess class. So if you want to do that, if that's something that you want to do, if you have a transformative story, I want you to click that link down below or go to my bio. If you're watching this on YouTube, I will, when I get off here, I will put the link down below. But it's a 3-day event. 3 days for $18.88. Come on, somebody. You have to be like a little slow to not come to that. Anyway, let me not come at y'all. All right, so let's talk about why speaking is your golden ticket, because I'm here to talk about speaking. And the reason why I brought that up is because, again, I'm running an ad. Not only is it because I'm running an ad, but that's one of the reasons. I'm running an ad, and the people that are responding to the ad, a lot of them are saying that they have a fear of speaking. And I'm just realized, even yesterday when I was at the networking event, when I told one of the ladies that that's what I do, she was like, oh my God, I get so scared when I'm in front of a lot of people and blah, blah, blah. So I'm just like, okay, maybe this actually needs to be a thing. Like I need to have like a bridge that helps people go from them being afraid to speaking to them having confidence. And the reason why that's important is because speaking is literally how you get paid. Listen, I said this in the 3-day speaking event that I did last month. You're already getting paid to speak. That's the whole mystery of it. You're already getting paid to speak. You just are not, the way that you're looking at it, you're not looking at it right. You have to shift your mindset. That's number one. You have to shift even if you're working at a regular corporate 9-to-5 job, I guarantee you that you're talking to somebody. Your job has something to do with you speaking, and you're getting a paycheck because you're talking to somebody. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? So you're already doing it. You just have to shift your mindset. That's number one. But anyway, the reason why speaking is your golden ticket is because speaking is sales and marketing, y'all. Like speaking is, how many times do I have to say this? And I'm going to say it again, that Mercury rules over communication and Mercury also rules over commerce. So therefore, speaking is sales and marketing. They are the same exact thing. If you do not have the confidence to speak, then you'll never have the confidence to sell. Let me finish my thought. You'll never have the confidence to sell, and you'll never have the confidence to scale. You'll never have the confidence to go to the next level. So even with me, I'm running ads right now, right? That means that I made a video going that's going to be put in front of a completely cold audience. These people don't know nothing about me. They don't know nothing about my history. They don't know nothing that I'm a metaphysician and word magic, and I've been teaching and speaking for the past 5 years. And they don't know none of that stuff. So that's like being on stage in front of a cold audience. If you don't have the courage to do that, you are not going to scale. You are going to stay stuck at a certain income threshold. There's absolutely no way possible that you can, well, let me not say no way possible, because I'm sure that there's plenty of fields that you can move up in rank and maybe you don't have to speak that much. Or like IT, for example, right? You behind a computer, you writing code and stuff like that. Which is still speaking, by the way, which is still speaking. It's just you're not speaking to people, okay? But what I'm talking about, if you want to scale your social media presence, so let me be clear. If you want to scale using your social media presence, there is obviously no way that you're going to get to a next level until you get over your fear of speaking. You are going to stay stuck. So let's say that you are at a threshold of $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month. Let me raise my hand. I'm talking about myself right now. Okay. I'm talking about myself, right? If you are at this certain threshold, you are not going to go to the next one because you're going to stay stuck talking to just the same people every single day, right? You have to make content. And if you have to make content, it's like you running little commercials. I done got completely off track what I came on here to talk about. Well, I'm not off track, but I'm on track. I'm talking about speaking is your golden ticket. This is your golden ticket to the next level. That's what I'm trying to say. Do you understand? Well, maybe you don't understand. That's why maybe you're here watching this video. That speaking, what do I have right here in my note? Speaking automatically decreases the time in a sales cycle. So this is also what I mean by you are not going to scale specifically on social media without you getting over your fear of speaking. Because if you are the kind of person, if you're the type of person that you just keep making posts every day, and this is how you're selling yourself or selling your service or your product or whatever, your sales cycle is longer, potentially, okay? This ain't the gospel. But what I do know for a fact is that you shorten your sales cycle when people can see you, hear you, and feel you. Because what? Words are vibrations. So people can feel you when they hear you speak, when they hear your tone. It's no different than when, say you reading a text message, somebody sends you a text message, and you read it in this certain tone, like they getting all snazzy with you. And then when you actually talk to them, they be like, no, that's not what I meant at all. Like, and they actually say it in the tone that they meant it. And you might have read it in a certain tone, but because you heard their energy and you felt their energy, that's different. So what I'm saying is when you make video content and you speak in front of an audience or even a physical audience, you are literally sending a vibration. This is a heart-to-heart thing that we're talking about. So people can feel that, even especially when you're selling something, because people don't like to be sold to, right? We hear that all the time. People don't like to be sold to. But if you are giving off a heart vibration that like, no, I'm not just trying to sell you something. I'm trying to help you get to another level. They can feel the difference. We speak to each other intuitively. We speak to each other psychically. So therefore, y'all can feel that. Y'all can feel how I'm talking to you right now, right? That it's a genuine desire to help you get to the next level. So let me touch on, but I'm going to give you I got 4 things written down here about why speaking is your golden ticket. But before I get into that, I wanted to again reiterate that I am going to create the Patreon group. If you don't have no idea what I'm talking about, I made a post where I said, you know, I'm thinking about making a Patreon group, which I already have a Patreon group. I just stopped using it. But anyway, I'm going to reopen that back up because I'm seeing another need to talk to people about the importance of you speaking, especially if you are in a social media or an online entrepreneur. And I want to create a bridge for you from you maybe having a fear of speaking, you being afraid that you're going to stumble over your words, you not having the confidence to speak. I think Michaela said not being long-winded. Sometimes that's okay, as long as you can keep entertaining people along the way, like you said. But, you know, I can share some things with you that I do, not to say that I'm like the best person, because I'm also very long-winded, but I can be very entertaining. But anyway, the Patreon group. If you are interested in the Patreon group, I want you to drop the word me below. And I also want you to tell me, what would you want? I want you to tell me specifically, Kamisha, I would love for you to talk about XYZ in regards to speaking in the Patreon group. Now, mind you, because I'm a metaphysician, of course, I'm going to talk about metaphysics and how that ties into you speaking and also making money. I'm also going to talk about word magic, of course, because that's what I do. That's my niche. For those who didn't know, my niche is word magic. Now, I haven't been going super hard with that because I'm kind of broadening my audience and I don't want to lose people. But anyway, yes, I want you to comment below and I want you to tell me what you want me to talk about in this Patreon group, because I'm literally getting ready to sit down and put some structure around this. I'm just going to have different tiers, right? But the top, let you know right now, the top tier is going to be weekly videos, which means I will probably stop doing these lives that I've been doing because I don't want to drain myself like that. But the top tier will be like weekly coaching, okay? Or maybe not weekly, maybe bi-weekly live coaching. That will be the top tier. All right. So let's talk about the 4 things, because it was 353. Okay. The 4 things that I got. Well, first, let me check the comments. Let me check the comments. Okay. Hey, y'all. Hey, Marla. She said we in here. Jessica. Hey, Danielle. Peace and love, Los Jonas. Ajna said, glad I caught you. Okay, I know you were one of the people that said you were interested in the Patreon. When you go live, you make more sales. Well, exactly. So you have to do what works, right? You have to do what works. Trust me, I know that it's a process. It's a process of sticking to what works. I go through that too. Sometimes I find something that works and then I stop doing it. Like literally this morning, never mind, I'm going off on a tangent. See, is Michaela on here? Because she's the one that was talking about being long-winded. That's how I go off on a tangent, because I like telling stories too. Stories also keep people engaged. But I'm not going to do that because I need to get off here. I don't need for this to be so. Okay. King Clairvoyant said, what we talking about? We're talking about, hey, Michaela, we're talking about basically how speaking is your golden ticket. And by your golden ticket, I mean, it is literally how you make your money. It is literally how you make your money. That's what we're talking about. Okay, and I'm getting ready to give you the 4 reasons why. If you've been following me for a long time, you may have heard me say these things before, but it may be worth it for me to repeat it again. Okay, where's my Zoom screen at? Okay. Zoom, where you at? Okay, there you go. So number 1 thing is speaking is literally money. Speaking is literally money. Why? Because when we speak, don't we always say, oh, we create our own reality with our words? Exactly. Listen, I want you to right now, I'm going to stop for a millisecond, and I want you to right now look at every single thing that's in the room where you are at right now. Everything that's in the room is assigned a word, isn't it? And every single thing that's in the room costs money, doesn't it? Find something in the room that you're sitting in right now that don't have a word assigned to it and did not cost you anything. Let me see if I can find something. I mean, maybe, okay, let me reword that because I found a book, well, y'all can't see it, that I got from the library and it didn't cost me anything, but the book itself definitely is for sale somewhere. Everything that you're looking at is assigned a word and it has a dollar amount attached to it. That's how you know that words are literally money. Everything, whatever your feet, feel your feet. What's under your feet right now? Whatever floor, if it's a towel under your feet, if it's a towel under your feet, is it a carpet under your feet? How much did it cost you? Matter of fact, if you not cost you, but how much does it cost? Go outside and walk on a concrete ground. Somebody had to get paid in order to pave that ground like that. It costs money. So therefore, when we say your words create your reality, every last thing that you're looking at is really money. Everything that you're looking at is money and it has a word attached to it. So speaking in words is literally money, y'all. So by you choosing to not go live, not make content, not make video content, you are literally leaving money on the table. You are literally increasing your sales cycle. If you're on here and you are an online entrepreneur or you're selling something online and you are not doing any type of video content, you have increased your sales cycle. I don't know by how long, but you should do, that's for you to do. That's where you do market research on your own stuff and see, have you shortened the sales cycle? Because every time somebody watches a video of you, they grow to know, like, and trust you. Well, it depends on, you might be triggering them, so they might not like you, but you understand what I'm saying. They might not even like you. It don't matter. The point is that if they do like you, if they do feel your energy, that is what makes people want to buy from you. It is not the thingamajig that you're selling. I remember who I was talking to. Oh, I know who I was talking to. I'm not going to say her name, but I was talking to somebody in the inbox, because this is my way of doing market research to find out what does my audience really want. Y'all have to remember, for the people who have been following me for years, I just shifted into this new audience of me helping people get paid to speak, right? And so I know what I went through in order for me to start getting paid to speak, but everybody ain't me. So therefore, I'm using y'all, which y'all should be doing the same thing. You're using your audience to learn, what do they really want from you? So anyway, I was in the inbox talking to somebody and I was asking her, like, about her fear, like, what is it really about? And guess what, y'all? I forgot where I was going with this story. That's okay, because guess what? I need to get off of fear anyway. The number one thing that I wanted to tell you, why speaking is your golden ticket, is because your words are literally money. And I just explained that to you by helping you understand that everything that you're physically looking at in this 3D reality has a dollar attached to it. Or not a dollar, because that's the US term for it, but it has a money vibration attached to it because it's a word attached to it. That's number one. Why do you think we say a penny for, can I have a penny for your thought? Yeah, because your words literally represent money. Number two, the word speaking. Listen to the word speaking. It has the word king on there. Speak king, because your speech is king. Your speech is king. What makes your speech king? Because it's what gives you authority over your life. Speaking is king because a king has authority over its land, and the land is your body. Well, the first land is your mind. This is your land. This is the Garden of Eden. This is a forest right here. This is a garden. Okay. And so if you are king over this and everything that's in here, you are the king of your speech. So if you have authority over it, then that is how you are creating the money, by you having authority over yourself, by you having authority over your mind. See, the reason why some of y'all are afraid to turn on that camera and start speaking is because you still don't have authority over yourself. You know how I know you don't have authority over yourself? Because you worry about what other people think. Because you're worried about what other people are going to say, because you might have said something that they don't agree with, or because you might have said something that maybe you didn't fully research and you're afraid to be wrong. You're afraid to make a mistake. The only reason why you're afraid to be wrong is because you're scared of somebody to go and challenge you. Guess what? That will actually help you. Right? But if you were a king over your speech and you had authority over yourself, you wouldn't care about that stuff. So the second thing is that the reason why speaking is your golden ticket is because it literally gives you authority over yourself. The more you speak, the more confidence you have. Some of y'all are saying well, maybe you're not saying you're scared to do it, but you got whatever reasons that you're coming up with in your head. And I guarantee you, whatever the reason is, that's probably not even a true reason. I need you to go another layer deeper in that. Keep asking yourself why. Every time you say, oh, it's this, keep asking yourself why. Okay, I just remember what the girl said to me in the inbox when I asked her, why was she afraid? Then she gave me the answer. Then she also told me about a dream that she had. Mind you, this is a previous client that I was working with to help her access her Akashic records. And she did, by the way, that's another service that I offer. Plug. If you're interested in getting an Akashic record reading, which I do those by reading your name and your birthday, ask me for the link for that. I'll send it to you. Or go to my bio. Okay, there's a link in my bio that says Akashic record reading. But anyway, I already have been working with her as far as helping her learn how to access her Akashic records through her dreams. And so she started doing it, and she had a dream that basically told her why she had a fear of speaking, or it showed her that she did have a fear of speaking. Okay, so what I'm saying is, whatever your reason is that you're telling yourself, that probably ain't even it. Because usually the first why you come up with is usually not the truth. We lie to ourselves so freaking much. We lie to ourselves so much. That's why you got to keep asking why. You got to keep going deeper and deeper and deeper into your why. A lot of times you're going to wind up way back when something happened to you when you were 8 years old or something. It's probably going to go all the way back to your childhood. All right, I did 2. Number 3, and I've kind of said this already, is that speaking is sales. The reason why speaking is your golden ticket is because speaking is sales. But think about this. Now I'm going to get into the astrology. I know I already mentioned Mercury, but think about the fact that Taurus has to do with money and it rules your throat. Hello? Are you picking that up? That Taurus rules over the throat, and it also rules over value. Okay, so it's not just money, it rules over value. Why? Because every time you open up your mouth to speak, you are either increasing your value or diminishing your value. It depends on what you are saying to yourself, whether you open up your mouth and say it or not, especially what you're saying to yourself. What are you saying to yourself? And what are you saying out loud? Right? That's Taurus. Well, Taurus is about the throat. So it's literally put your hand on your throat and talk. You will feel the vibration coming out of your throat. This is where your money is, right here. That's where your money is, right there. Okay? Because Taurus rules over the throat, and Taurus also rules over your values, what you find valuable. And also listen to the word throat, or not listen to the word, look at the letters in the word throat. I'm about to do word magic. Okay, I'm giving y'all a warning for the people who don't know me or whatever. I'm about to do word magic. Look at the letters in the word throat, and you're going to find the word author, or you're going to find letters that are very close, or symbols, because that's what letters really are, symbols that are really close to the word author. Why? Because the throat is your author, and the throat is what gives you authority. Stop telling yourself the story that, well, no, I'm not going to say stop saying that you're afraid to speak, because that could really be true. However, you want to know how you get over that? By doing it. Some shit, and I'm cursing, some shit you only get over by actually doing it. You can't just keep saying, oh, I'm scared, oh, I'm scared, oh, I'm scared, oh, I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it, I don't want to. The more you do it, the more you get over it. When it comes to defeating fears, you have to do it. Do you understand that, like, according to like the law of vibration, when you are afraid of creating something, you automatically start creating it anyway. You know why? Because your whole your whole experience that you desire to have here is because you want to see yourself. You want to see yourself through other people. You want to see yourself through experiences. So because if you have a fear of something, you want to see what that fear looks like. That's why you're here. You're here to see yourself. That's what self-realization is. So if you really want to defeat this fear of speaking, you need to do it. And every time you start telling yourself that you want to do it, you're going to be given opportunities to do it. That's what happened like in my mentorship program. Shatara, as soon as she came into the mentorship program, within like a month, she got asked to speak. And it wasn't because of anything special that I did. I would love to claim that, oh, I told her to do X, Y, Z, and all of a sudden she was going to ask to speak. No, that was the universe did that. Of course, because she was emitting the vibration of being a speaker. And so she got asked to speak. That is how it happens. And if you are afraid, you're going to create the experience for you. All right, so I gave y'all what, 3. Number 1, I said, the reason why speaking is your golden ticket is because number 1, speaking is money. Number 2, speaking gives you authority and confidence automatically. Okay, it's either going to increase your confidence or diminish it, depending on what's coming out of your mouth. And number 3, I said speaking is sales. Another reason why I said speaking is sales is because the word sales is also say less. The word sales has say right on the front of it. Sales says is telling you to say less. Now, there's a reason why sales is telling you to say less, and I'm not going to get into all of that right now because I'm saying less, because I'm literally saying less. But what I'm getting at is hoping that you understand that the word sales is telling you to say. It literally has the letters SA right on the front of it. It's telling you to talk. All right. The last one, which I've said this already, is that your words create your reality. I said that at the beginning. This is the reason why you speaking is your golden ticket. You speaking is you automatically increasing your sales. If you speak with authority, if you speak with confidence, you worried about other people not agreeing with you and other people having clapbacks and all that stuff. A lot of times those people that say, you know what, this is the last thing I'm gonna say. Is this the last thing I'm gonna say? Yeah, this is the last thing I'm gonna say, because otherwise I'm gonna start getting too deep into the words and all that other stuff. What I noticed, this is especially true on TikTok. When I make videos on TikTok and I'm like talking about the mother aspect of God, or I'm talking about something like very deep and metaphysical, the people that, I'm just going to say, the people that lack a certain amount of spiritual awareness, they always want to come on there and challenge me. They always got something to say. They want to tell me that I'm dumb. They want to tell me I can't do what I'm doing because I'm playing with words. Playing with words got me to quit my job. I haven't punched the clock since 2018. That's what playing with words got me. But anyway, when I go to look at their TikTok profile, they ain't making no content. It's always the people with no content. It's always the people that they ain't really got nothing to say. They ain't got nothing to say. And I'm not saying like they're not valuable, but what I'm saying, pay attention to the people, well, not pay attention to them, actually ignore them. But if you go click on their profile, the people that's talking the most mad, SHIT on your stuff, tell them get up there and do it then. Tell them, you go make a video about blah, 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 blah. I bet you they ain't doing it because it takes courage to do that. Okay, it takes courage. All right, so if y'all want because I am going to do it, the Patreon group. I want to know what you want me to talk about in the Patreon group. I'm not going to commit to a time. I'm not going to commit to a time. I'm going to pray and I hear Mars in my head saying, you don't put it out there now. You need to commit to a time, take action. Okay, tell me what y'all want me to talk about in the Patreon group. Sign up for the 3-day traveling speakers event. The link is already down in the comments. If you don't see it, I want you to go to my bio. It's only $18.88. You'll be learning how to do storytelling. You'll be learning the systems you need to get paid to speak. And you'll be learning how to make the money, or how to actually, like the structure of how to make at least $5,000 a month by speaking consistently. You got to do the work though. You got to show up on the freaking camera. You got to show up. That's the part right there. It's easy to tell you that this is what you can do, but you have to show up. All right. Was that it? I think that was it. Thank y'all for coming to my TED Talk. See y'all later. Bye.